On August 14, 2023, a patrol car notices a car driving erratically and the wrong way on a one-way street in the Kensington neighborhood of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Officers approach the vehicle, and within 6 seconds, the lives of all those involved changed forever.
Shoot you! 413, shots fired, 100 West Willard. Get your hand up there right now!
Mark, hold on, Mark, stop. Move the car, Mark, move the car.
All right. Move the car.
13, get us cars, please. 100 Willard.
Alright, first car location with condition. Give me the
Keep those hands up, right where I can see them. Keep those hands up.
Back up. Come on, back up.
Mark, hit the unlock button or something. I can't get this window.
Alright, so East Willard or West Willard?
West Willard.
Alright.
Break the window,
It's open, I got it. Where's the I just seen it. We're gonna have to, Mark, we're gonna have to get him out.
Huh?
We're gonna have to get him out.
I know.
13, anyone approaching? We're gonna have to scoop now. East, I'm sorry, east.
Mike, stay with the car, I'll take him.
All right.
My head is scooping at me all the time. Tell someone right now, we got one coming in with one officer. I'm holding the scene here. Let's see, if any injuries officers, you have one male shot out there.
13, be advised, my half is scooping that male to Temple. Tell Temple right now, we got one coming in with one officer. I'm holding the scene here.
13, if any injuries officers, you have one male shot out there.
Correct, police discharge, we have one male shot. My half is scooping that male now. I have the scene. I got a crowd forming. I'm gonna need people to start backing up. Yeah, get all them out of you.
He's going to Temple. Where's he shot at?
613, he shot several times, probably in the chest. Neither of us are shot. 6130.
Alright, do we have any injuries, police? 13. 100, it's 100 East Willard. I got units on the scene.
13.
We'll just
100, it's 100 East Willard. I got units on location. All right.
Okay. Yeah. You discharged?
I didn't. No, Mark did. Oh. I had to have him scoop.
Okay.
100 East Willard.
You scared?
Right, one location.
Now look at you.
13 and a half.
Where's the scene?
13, as of right now, I'm going to give you the PA tag. Moving pad boarding 5573. She's inconsistent with this vehicle, and a little bit of the side of. Alright, moving pad boarding 5578. Crack's going to be on the Toyota, the one I was trying to come into this area. Last four of the VIN should be 1595. just get in here, give us a couple minutes to get us settled. We will let you know, but we do have a scene, everything's under control.
So what happened?
All right, for the assistant,
My camera's on.
Yeah, that's fine.
right now.
I'm good.
All right, which unit
I don't listen.
taking that mail to Temple?
2413. Go. Give me the whole block. Shut them down. We'll give you an update in 2 minutes. What's up, you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. My camera's on.
I'm on this too. Just give me quick whatever. You guys want to stop whatever.
We're coming down B Street and he starts flying in the bike lane, bangs it up Westmoreland. So I come over, I'm like, he's driving a high rate of speed. As soon as I make the right, he starts taking off again. He came down whatever street this is here. I'm trying to come over air. I asked if 25th had anything. As soon as I make this left, it's the wrong way. I see a car here. I see him parking up. As we parked up, we got out. Dude pulled out a knife.
You don't need any.
Sorry, you can slow down a little bit.
13, I got him.
All right, J. Johnny East.
Proceedings, okay.
All right, J. Johnny East, then. Do we have a scene out there? Do we have a perimeter set up?
Alright, do you use the 12 hours? We'll survive. Just get in there, give us a couple minutes to get us settled. We will let you know, but we do have a scene, everything's under control.
All right, for the assist portion, can we resume the assistant for right now?
Please, resume the assist to set up our perimeter on each end of the block for us, please.
Yeah, only one.
All right, which unit is scooping and taking that mail to Temple?
2413 and a half is scooping them out. Get in there. Give me the whole block. The whole block is setting down. We'll give you an update.
So as we pull up, dude starts freaking out. He pulls out a knife.
I understand. We're not looking for
I tried to get this door open, I couldn't.
And that's good, right? You don't need anything else?
No, we're good. This is it.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry. Continue.
So like I said, as I pull up, he starts freaking out. We get out. Mark comes on the driver's side. I'm over here. I try to get the door open. I can't. He pulls out a knife. I tell him, like, Mark, he's got a knife. And I guess he, like, I couldn't really see because I looked up and Mark, I saw his body come up like this and then Mark fired. But he had the knife. He had like
Where's the knife? Is it in the car still?
He does have one here. The one he had, it might have fell in between somewhere, but I don't want to touch nothing until.
Leave it all. That's fine. No problem.
From here. All right, 24 come in.
Okay.
All right, do they have a staging area from CO2 copy? A staging area set up?
No. Give me a second. We're just gathering everything. You know.
All right, keep us advised when the staging area is set up and with the location. What communication first? Will be CO2 5 did you receive?
I'm a couple minutes back.
Thank you so much for your help.
Everything is right now. We have no staging here.
But I had it like nobody was.
So you didn't discharge at all?
No, I gave the wrong location. So I was like, Mark, nobody's coming. I thought we were
right behind me. And I went the other way.
I thought we were. I don't know why I thought Westwood, but
It's all right.
either way, when I was like, Mark, nobody's coming. I think I gave the wrong location. We gotta scoop him. So
Yeah,
Mark's like, I'll
no
scoop
worries.
him, and then we'll go from there.
That's fine.
He discharged all right here. He backed up, and then we took him out of the car, and then we scooped him.
Alright, 1311, venue game. We pat Marty 557, comes back 5713.
Yeah, it's gonna be all right here, wherever it is. It's silver, yeah. He started like looking around like he was like nervous.
It's right there. Alright, see if you guys can find the casing. Adult male.
Yeah.
So you were on this side of Mark?
I was on this side. I seen him grab the knife, and he kind of like went up like this, and then Mark fired.
And Mark was standing over there?
Mark was on the driver's side.
You were over here?
Yeah, I pulled up. As soon as I pulled up right here, like right car stop. I activated. As soon as I got out, he saw me grab the knife.
For not you just. Charlie, 1 Marty, 12, Eddie 9, X-ray, Charlie, 181,
Probably like 7.
595.
You need to take one out? No, just keep it right there. Okay.
Alright, 413, can I get your badge for
yeah, I'm gonna sit on the side of it.
Destruction.
I'm gonna sit over here on the side.
6130 is going to be the sergeant officer. He's at Temple 24 Dan. That's the other half here. Alright, procedure. Charlie. Proceed, Charlie. Yeah, I know you're busy. Just trying to ascertain any injuries to police. Negative, right? No injuries, officers. Everyone's accounted for. Oh, yeah, thank you. I'll move right there.
Eddie did not survive the encounter. Our condolences to his family and loved ones. Officer Mark was arrested on September 8, 2023, and faced multiple charges including murder and voluntary manslaughter. The trial was highly publicized in the city, and its outcome garnered mixed reactions.
Now to Philadelphia, where a police officer involved in a fatal near point-blank shooting of a man in his car last month has now been charged with murder as a police body cam video of the encounter is released. Ron has more.
Philadelphia prosecutors say the newly released police body camera videos show the fatal encounter happened within seconds of officers pulling up to Eddie car.
They are crucial evidence in the case, and in many ways they speak for themselves.
Officer Mark now faces murder and other charges for allegedly shooting to death the 27-year-old man who his family says loved music, cars, and had only a pocket knife in his hand.
I just want him to be remembered that he was a good kid and never was in trouble and loved his family.
Turned himself in this morning, a 5-year veteran who NBC News rode along with last summer for a story about gun violence in the same neighborhood where he allegedly killed. In a statement, attorney saying the facts will unmistakably show that Officer Mark was legally justified in discharging his weapon while fearing for his life. Prosecutors say the body camera video of the August 14th incident contradicts the original police account, which said was driving erratically, got out of his car, and lunged at the officers with a knife. Police later changed the details of that account.
It appears he committed the cardinal sin of driving erratically. Death sentence is not called for erratic driving.
Tonight, Officer already is suspended. The chief has said she intends to dismiss him. He has not yet entered a plea in court.
News continues with more on our breaking news here today. The jury reaching a verdict in the trial of former Philadelphia police officer Mark
on trial for using deadly force when he fired 6 shots into a car, killing Eddie. Jurors reached a mixed verdict just minutes ago. And Action News reporter Annie McCoy live there outside the court in Center City with the breaking details. Annie.
Yeah, and Sarah, we just spoke to Mark defense team as they were leaving. Now, ultimately, the jurors came to a unanimous decision. They decided that he did not commit third-degree murder, but he did commit voluntary manslaughter, possession of an instrument of a crime, and also recklessly endangering another person. They also found him not guilty of a lesser charge of official oppression. That's something that goes along the lines with the fact that he was operating in the capacity of a police officer. Now, defense team argued he did not shoot out of malice, but instead out of fear, thinking that he had a gun. As for sentencing, at this point, it is scheduled for July. It's not clear how much time he could get. A voluntary manslaughter charge, I believe, in Pennsylvania could carry as much as 20 years. It's not clear how much he could get in this case. One other thing I just want to add real quick also is that the prosecutors did call for his bail to be revoked, but the judge did deny that. We're waiting now to hear from his family, who we're expecting to hear from at any moment.
Oh man, I don't even know what.
What are you feeling right now? It's been a long case. It's been a long.
It's been a very long case. A little comfort, you know. It's not gonna bring Eddie back, but at least now everyone in Philadelphia can see that it's still some type of justice. And sitting in that courtroom today was really frustrating, but at the same time, the jury did what was right.
And we met you back when it happened on that street. This has been a very long case with a lot of different curves in this first-degree murder, third-degree. Tell us what that's been like.
What you was trying to say?
A total nightmare. First of all, I would like to thank God. And this is one of Eddie's favorite saints. And he really guided us today. So I am really thankful for the jury that did their job, that took their time, even though it was really stressful on us. But at least we know that justice was finally served.
Now, you obviously know that he was not convicted of murder 3, but
Correct.
it was your belief that he was in fact murdered, correct?
Correct. Yes. Correct.
But voluntary manslaughter, you think, serves a similar purpose?
We really just wanted him to at least get a charge, because we know what he did to Eddie. Innocent, sitting in a car. Not a threat at all. So it was really hard to just absorb everything.
Aquí in Philadelphia, we don't need a cop like that, okay? We do not need no officer like that. So I'm grateful that they take his badge and they take his gun. You know why? Because if they continue to keep him on the streets, a lot of other innocent people are going to die.
Ma'am, how's the rest of your family doing right now?
I'm guessing happy. I haven't spoke to anyone, so I'm quite sure they probably seen the news. My phone's been off. I just literally turned it on.
I mean, the people you were with in court, your family.
They happy. They're satisfied.
So Rita, they said that
they're satisfied.
They said that Eddie was complicit in his own death. He caused his own death. That's an argument they made.
You know that really tore me apart when they say that. How can a person cause their death sitting in a car with the doors and windows locked? Like, come on. But since day one, you've been here with us since day one, you guys. They lied since day one. Eddie got out the car and lunged at the officers, okay? Then they put the story out there that Eddie was high on drugs, okay? So just because a person is high on drugs doesn't give you the right to go kill them, okay? 6 seconds, 6 shots. Come on.
Zoraida, tell me, you were sitting there, we've been speaking through this entire process every single day. You guys have been there present, hoping for some semblance of justice. When they were reading that verdict, I saw you guys holding hands. Walk me through the process como familia. You guys were all there together.
All I was doing was praying. That's it. That's all I did. I sat there and I prayed. Okay? I bowed my head down and I prayed to God to see that he was wrong. And this is what we got. So at least I still believe in him. Right? Because when you have faith, something good always come on.
And you told me that this morning, that you had faith.
It can be 1,000 people on his behalf and only one of me, okay? And I still continue my faith. And that's I've been since day one.
So, do you wish that Eddie had just never raised that knife? Do you think if he hadn't had that
I
in
can
his
wish
hand,
a
the
lot of
cop
things. I
wouldn't
wish
have-
Eddie wasn't even in the car that day. I wish Eddie wasn't even in the block that day, you know? But it happened. And he's no longer with us. And you can see Mark walked out of here with his family. My nephew's not here. Right now, the only thing we could do is go take some flowers to the cemetery. That's it. And they have him until July, okay? He celebrated a birthday with his family. We celebrated a birthday at the cemetery. So it's frustrating.
So right now, looking ahead to July, what are you hoping the judge decides for the sentence?
Give him some time. Give him some time. You know what? It can be 5, it could be 10. But I just want to see some time.
What does this do for your moving forward? Now that you have a conviction on a serious count of voluntary manslaughter?
There are many forms of justice. This is one form of justice. One thing that, my personal feelings aside, one thing that the family, one word that was used was satisfied. And that means the world to me. There are other forms of justice that will continue to be pursued across the street in City Hall and in other courts. And so, yeah, those are now forthcoming.
And you saw the reaction. You were in the courtroom. What was the message sent by that jury?
You know, I think the message sent was twofold. This family doesn't have a problem with police. Let me be very clear. But we do have a problem with people who commit crimes wearing a police uniform. And that is exactly what took place here. I don't even think, and if I'm misspeaking, please correct me, the family has never indicated that, we have a problem with law enforcement generally. If you've been following this from the very beginning, they are law-abiding people. They are law-abiding people. Good Catholic, salt of the earth kind of folks. But we have a problem with people who commit crimes wearing any kind of uniform, and a police uniform is one of them. Eddie was murdered. The jury didn't find that he was murdered with respect to the letter of the law, but they did find that officer, now Mr. killed him unjustifiably. And at least that public recognition is some sort of solve. It is at least an avenue toward healing for this family.
There is outrage from the family of Eddie, the man killed by a Philadelphia police officer during a traffic stop. The officer who shot him sentenced today to time already served and released.
The cop's gonna walk off because right now he's walking out with his family. We need to go to a cemetery.
Well, the family of Eddie furious with the judge's decision today to grant former police officer Mark immediate parole.
Your reaction that he'll walk out of here today?
Again. Unbelievable.
The family of Eddie emerged from the Criminal Justice Center distraught and upset. Just moments earlier, Judge Glenn Bronson announced the ex-Philadelphia police officer who fatally shot would be going home over objections from the family and prosecutors. Mark was granted immediate parole for time served.
And what do we have? Not to go to a cemetery and visit Eddie all over again. But we didn't fail him. The system failed him, not the family, because we fought hard. The system failed him.
Inside, through tears, told the court he was sorry for the pain he caused. They didn't buy it. It was August of 2023 when and his partner pulled over on a Kensington street. Things took a terrible turn when his partner screamed that he had a gun. In videos shared with the public and played at trial, opened fire, shooting 6 times, killing him. It turns out he had no gun, but 2 knives. A jury convicted the now disgraced officer, who had no prior criminal record, of voluntary manslaughter. Sentencing guidelines called for between 4.5 to 6 years in jail.
At least give him 5 years. Give us some type of peace.
The judge indicated this was not your garden variety voluntary manslaughter case. He sentenced to 9.5 months to 2 years. Now, was given immediate parole because he had already served 10 months back when he was first arrested. The district attorney said he disagreed with the sentencing and suggested Philadelphians draw their own conclusions.
We remain deeply disappointed with the outcome here. We once again affirm our belief that the judiciary should be independent. But, public can draw its own conclusions. The public in Philadelphia is pretty smart.
Attorneys for Mark argued with the court that in a split second he took a life and changed his own life forever. They say he acted out of fear. They were pleased with the sentence.
No, we're not surprised. We had faith that the judge would carefully consider everything.
Meanwhile, Eddie's family says they're broken and say the 30-year-old who had no criminal record deserved better.